Today's story is about Norman Whitfield, a songwriter whose work was far ahead of his time. He was one of the creators of the Motown sound, and his own drive became a crucial aspect of Motown's psychological dynamic. He would frequently push Motown owner Berry Gordy to try out sounds that he didn't particularly like. Before we get started in today's video, let's leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to stay up to date. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Norman Jesse Whitfield was born in Harlem, New York on May 12, 1940. He spent a lot of time as a kid at his neighborhood pool hall, and while playing pool, he learned how to con people out of their money. Whitfield's father's car would break down while driving to California for a funeral, and it was there, while they were stranded in Detroit, his father chose to move the family to Detroit. Whitfield made a lot of money in Detroit by applying what he learned in the New York pool halls to the Detroit pool halls. Whitfield, he would graduate from Northwestern High School, and it was here that he began watching and learning the ins and outs of music, which he rapidly mastered. At the age of 18, he began writing and producing songs for Richard Street and The Distance on Thelma Records. It was during his time here that he began to admire Berry Gordy. He would visit Whitfield, USA every day when he was 19 years old. Now, Gordy didn't always tolerate Whitfield's presence, who he would frequently chase off the property. Now, on the other hand, he did admire his grind and consistency. Gordy would eventually recruit Whitfield and put him in charge of the label's quality control. Whitfield would take blank records with no names on them so that way he could give an unbiased opinion. He would assign the score to the records and report the results to Berry Gordy. Whitfield was promoted in late 1962 to join Motown's early boom of songwriters and producers with Harvey Fuqua, Mickey Stevenson, and Holland, Dozier, and Holland. In the 1960s, he would write hits for several Motown performers, including Marvin Gaye's Pride and Joy, the Marvelettes' Too Many Fish in the Sea, and the Velvelettes' Needle in a Haystack. Whitfield's passion made him a terrific producer. He also had a vision for the Temptations that would take them to the next level, and all he needed was the opportunity. He wished to transition them from the charming doo-wop group to a more edgier, rougher sound. Whitfield would create a new sound that was a blend of rock, Sly and the Family Stone, and the Funkadelics. Now, when Dennis Edwards replaced David Ruffin in 1968, he would include more controversial issues for the group to sing about, such as war, poverty, and politics. This new sound that he produced, he named it Psychedelic Soul. Cloud 9 was the first song to use this new sound. And in 1968, this song earned Motown its first Grammy Award, and it also went certified gold. Whitfield received 3 BMI Awards in 1969 for the songs I Heard It Through the Grapevine, I Wish It Would Rain, and You're My Everything. Whitfield would create another masterpiece for the Temptations, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, which won the label its second Grammy, also going certified platinum. Whitfield then applied the psychedelic soul to other Motown acts such as Edwin Starr and The Undisputed Truth. Some people objected to Whitfield's approach to this new sound, most notably the Temptations. This would consist of longer songs, distorted guitars, multi-track drums, and unique vocals, all of which became Whitfield's production trademark sound. At this point, tensions between Whitfield and the Temptations began to rise. As a group, they disliked how he emphasized the instrumental and composed less romantic songs for them. Whitfield was infamous for recording the same songs with new performers in search of a hit, such as War, which was originally recorded by the Temptations and later remade by Edwin Starr. Smiling Faces, sometimes originally performed by the Temptations and also covered by the Undisputed Truth. Papa Was a Rolling Stone, originally performed by the Undisputed Truth and was later covered by the Temptations. It Should Have Been Me, originally performed by Kim Weston and later covered by Yvonne Fair, among many other songs. Whitfield would leave Motown in 1975 to launch his own label titled Whitfield Records. His first act on the label was the Undisputed Truth, who he persuaded to leave Motown. He would sign other musicians to his label, including Rose Royce, Willie Hutch, and Yvonne Fair, to name a few. Whitfield would create another successful song for the Undisputed Truth in 1976 titled You Plus Me Equals Love. And another hit for the group Rose Royce in 1976 titled Car Wash. Come on and sing it with me, Car Wash. This song will also be the headline song for the 1976 film. He would reconnect with Motown and the Temptations in the early 80s for the 1983 single Sail Away for the film The Last Dragon. Whitfield was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2004. Whitfield has been in trouble with the IRS, and on January 18, 2005, he would plead guilty to failure to report royalties from 1995 to 1999. He will face tax evasion allegations for withholding more than $2 million. Now, Whitfield, he will receive a 6-month house arrest term and a $25,000 fine. Now, he didn't have to serve any jail time due to his health concerns, but his health condition would decline, and on September 16, 2008, he will sadly pass away at the age of 69.